guys, it's coffee time. And I feel very accomplished. I had two things that I wanted to do today, and I did both of them. Heck yeah! So first thing is I got a couch. It was like probably the second most obnoxious couch in that building. I went to so many different furniture stores. Poor Erin was so sweet and went with me. And you know how sometimes when you're buying shirts, eventually the shirts all start to look the same because there's always a certain style that's in style. There's a certain fashion that is at hand in that moment. So you wind up looking at all these shirts. Those of you who hate shopping, you won't know what I'm talking about. But you wind up looking at all these shirts, and eventually they blend together. They all look like the exact same shirt. And you realize that you're not taking in information about them as an individual shirt. It's just shirts. So this is how I felt about couches today. Sat on so many couches, and eventually I couldn't remember which couches I enjoyed. I couldn't remember what I wanted out of a couch. I would sit on one and be like, oh, this is firm, but it's like nice. And then I'd sit on another couch and be like, oh, this is so squishy. I really like this one. And then I'd go to another one that was basically the same amount of squishiness and be like, oh, this is too squishy, I think. And I reached a point where I didn't know how squishy of a couch I wanted, how soft of a couch I wanted, what material I wanted, like anything. It just all left me because I got so confused by how I felt about all of these different couches, and they all started to feel exactly the same. I was like, oh! But at Ashley Furniture, there was an Ashley Furniture that I went to, and the most obnoxious couch was this bright red weird thing that had like wiggle marks all over it, and I sat on that, and it was atrocious. But then there was kind of like a rusty orange couch, and I went over to that and I was like, I really like that color. And Erin was like, I like that color too. It's pretty nice. And I sat on it, and the back cushions were a little bit firmer than I wanted, but I sat on it and I was like, gosh, I really like this couch. But we should keep looking again. So we got up and we sat on a few more couches, and I was like, I want to go sit on that orange one again. So we went and sat on it, and I was like, oh, I don't know. Oh, I don't know. Maybe it's but I really like it. Let's sit on some more. So we went and sat on a bunch of other couches. And then Erin was like, do you want to go sit on the orange one again? And I was like, yes. So we went back, we sat on the orange one again, and then this guy came up and he was like, I see you keep sitting on this orange couch. I was like, yeah. And there are 4th of July sales going on right now, right? So this couch was honestly, I have a budget on how much I wanted to spend on a couch, and it was way below that already. And so I was like, man, it's so cheap. Like I could put more of that budget money into something else because it's so cheap. And then he was like, oh, I can give you a discount on this so we can make it even cheaper. And I was like, So I bought it. And I love it. And I'm very excited. And it should be showing up on like Tuesday. So it's pretty quick, but I'm okay with it. It's not like I need to move anything around. But yeah. Every couch that I sat on, there was something that irritated me about it. There was one couch that we sat on that I really liked, but it wasn't for sale because a studio was renting it, and I was like, no! But it was one of those couches where the fabric was like kind of itchy. And I was like, oh, it's so squishy and awesome, but it's also kind of itchy. And Erin looks at me and she goes, okay, let's think about this. Imagine yourself wanting to sit on the couch in your underwear eating ice cream. I was like, okay. She was like, would you want to do that on this couch? It's a little itchy. And I was like, this is why I have you here, Erin. Because you know me. So it was probably a good thing that one was being rented out by a studio. But I was like, oh, I like this couch a lot. I sat on so many today. There's a place that I went to. Everything is so expensive there, but I walked everywhere anyway, and I was just like, ugh, I'm so sad. Remember how I was saying that I love, like, wood and metal together? This whole building was just filled with, like, aged wood and big, like, metal stuff, and I was just like, why am I not a millionaire? This is so unfair. It's like, I could have all of these. But my favorite thing was like a giant dining table, and obviously I don't have giant dining room. So that wasn't going to happen. But yeah, it was good. It was fun. It was a fun trip. Did all that. And also, I'm going to be a bridesmaid in a wedding in September. And so, fortunately, Erin is also going to be a bridesmaid in a wedding. And so we were like, oh my gosh, we get to go and get ourselves fitted for dresses. And that was funny too, because at David's Bridal, they had very specific sizes available. They asked us what size we were, and we told them. And then she came back and she was like, okay, so your size wasn't available in all of these dresses. So here's one that's like huge. Enjoy. I was like, oh man. So I put it on. It was hilarious. It was just like, it was like I put on a really pretty potato sack. And then she came over and she was like, oh, hold on, let me just fix this. And she like went clip, 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 and then like fluff, 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 fluff. And I was like, oh, now it looks like it fits me. That's very strange. Oddly enough, the people at David's Bridal know how to make the dress look good on you. What? But yeah, so I chose a dress. I'm very happy about it. And I texted it to the bride and she was very excited. And it's hilarious because Erin and I chose the exact same dress. So this means that we will have matching dresses in different colors. We were like, how can we use this to our advantage? We need a reason to do this. But yeah, it was pretty funny. And so now the roomies bought a bunch of new glasses. And I went into the cupboard to get a mug and realized that it was overflowing. I was like, well, that makes sense since somebody bought tons of new glassware. So I have to take some mugs over to the new place, which is totally fine because that's the sort of thing that you don't want to be traveling with along with a lot of other things because they're breakable. What? So yeah, so I have to empty out some of that. Oops. Well, that shouldn't be too big of a deal. It should be fine. I have a couch. Yay! There's a rug that I know I want, but I have to go back to the place and buy that as well. But that's also going on my patio, which is not as big of a thing, you know? So the patio slants really badly for drainage. So I'm trying to figure out, because it's big. It's like a nice big patio. And I'm like, oh, I want to use this. I want to like go to a yard sale and buy like an awful couch and put it on this like it would fit, right? So I'm just like, oh, this is so cool. I want to do these things. But it slants so badly that I'm not sure how to utilize it very well. So that's another problem. Some of you guys were asking if I can make a video of the place before anything goes in there. I can do that. I can do that, girl. Don't even. So, yeah, I can make that happen and show you guys what it looks like. I love it so much. I'm just so in love. But I need space for my clothes. That's going to be the biggest issue. Because right now, the closet it's small. It's very small. I was trying to think of a way to explain it because it's like kind of weird as well. It's like just a weird closet with like doors on either side. Like you can get into my closet from the living room for whatever reason. And then there's another just, you know, basic like coat closet in the living room. I was like, okay, all right. But all of the other people that live in this complex, because it's a 4-unit complex, all the other people that live in this complex are all couples. And I was thinking to myself, how on earth do 2 people have enough storage space for their clothes in this apartment? I can't even imagine. Can't even imagine. But I'm thinking of, there's a really cool, like, wall storage thing. I might have told you this already. There's a really cool wall storage thing that I found that I might get and put it up in the hallway. There's that's the other thing. There's a weird, like, wide hallway. It's a 1-bedroom. A weird wide hallway, like, in the middle of the apartment. And so there's enough space along one wall for me to put, like, shelving all the way across. So I'm like, okay, maybe I can do a thing. I don't know. I just don't want people to have to look at all my clothes as they walk by. That's the thing. So there would need to be like drawers. I gotta think. I gotta think about what I'm gonna do, how I'm gonna do it, etc. But yeah, I feel like I did pretty good today. I feel accomplished. And tonight I'm gonna hang out with people. I haven't done that in a while. Aside from like Anime Expo, yeah, but I haven't had a normal like let's hang out at a friend's house and just chill. I haven't had that in a decent amount of time. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go hang out with the peeps and bring some stuff over to the apartment, and it'll be fun. It'll be a good day. So I hope that you guys had a good day, and I will talk to you again tomorrow. By the way, notice I'm wearing all Robin colors, and this shirt is kind of a Batman shirt. I got so excited. I got so excited when I put this on. I was like, oh my gosh, it's all Robin colors. Anyway, okay, bye-bye.